back in the haunted manor. Last time we finished with our very brief chat with Mrs. Montovani, who's going to be leading the seance. But it hit lunchtime and she's run off. And we're gonna go to lunch to see what conversation we can get into, steal anyone else's keys and stuff like that. But first I wanted to explore this hedge maze a bit more, because there is a map, but nothing is marked on it, but I think I may have missed a couple points of interest, because there is at least a well where we're gonna be doing the scrying later on, and possibly that fire pit where there might be a ghost, according to what Mr. Dupre was saying. Oh, there we go. There's a well, and there's a ghost in the well. Hello. Can we have a chat?
God almighty. A spirit.
Yep.
Is that Miss Deane?
Ooh, she dead.
She doesn't seem to be moving. I don't think she means to hurt me.
Is she a friendly ghost?
I need a closer look.
Oh, we have the spirit board so we can speak to her. Let's look at her. Please, Lord, don't let this be Evelyn. It might also be that friend of Mr. Dupre that looked like Evelyn, but I guess we'll find out. She's strikingly similar to the woman in Mr. Dupre's drawing. Yeah, exactly. It might be the friend.
Can you tell me your name?
Oh, ghosts don't speak. We know that, right? Because that's the whole point of the seance. Yes, the spirit board. Good thing I stole that.
I found this. Does it help?
Are you asking the ghost like, okay?
I'll take that as a yes.
She's moving it fast. And what seems to be the same pattern. It must be the same sentence over and over. I just need to find the start of the message and then the end. Okay, so it's the same pattern of letters each time, and actually it's the pattern that's on this dial, so don't even need to write it down. Just need to find the words, so where does it make sense? Oh, we've got ashes to ashes. So it starts here, and therefore it has to end one letter before, right? Because the whole thing has to make sense.
Ashes
Yes.
to ashes. Is that it, miss? It must be.
But what does it mean?
Ashes to ashes. Do you mean your urn? Unless...
Oh, it is the fire pit. I thought it was a well, but this would make sense with this whole Mr. Dupre saying, seeing, or feeling his friend near the fire pit. So this is not Evelyn, it's the friend. Although, still suspicious where this whole, Evelyn looks like the friend kind of thing coming from. Charred piece of paper, I swear that wasn't there before. Did she? She manifested it. But I guess we're gonna speak to Mr. Dupre about this. Did someone try to burn this? Either way, whatever survived is readable. Evelyn, Mammon, Evelyn Deane. She is a parasite upon my thoughts. She is the face of my dearest friend, corrupted, corroding her memory. Okay, Mr. Dupre, acting all suspicious. Evelyn Deane will be the vessel. She must contain Laura's spirit. The universe begs for it by her design. Oh, okay, so he didn't come here to lay his friend to rest. He came here to bring his friend back, and he was like, this woman looks perfect. She will return to me here. Here. No. 1, 2, 3. Mammon, save me from darkness. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he's being possessed by this thought, but he's trying to resist it. Here, not there. A stranger here, a strange land there. The vessel had to have been here in a land I've never been. Mammon has never seen. 1, 2, 3. It's getting its hooked in me again. It grows fat on my grief. Burn it. Burn these thoughts before it takes hold. Burn it, burn it, burn. Sweet Lord. Evelyn Deane is a vessel for another spirit. For this spirit. Does Mr. Dupre really mean to through with it? Well, I mean, I don't think he, as a person, he really wants to do it, but it feels like he's being possessed by something, which is telling him to do it. But yes, we can now form a hypothesis about him. Lloyd Dupre's goal is to transfer the soul of his dead friend into Evelyn Deane. I know what happened here.
Mr. Dupre means to transfer his friend's soul into Evelyn Deane's body. I should find and confront him about this.
Hopefully he's still gonna be happy to help us with the exorcism later for Mrs. Darcy once we find the item we need. I mean, if he doesn't really want to do it, he's just being compelled by some ghosts, then obviously he might be happy if we help him not do it. Okay, well, before I run to find him, I still wanted to find the well, so I know where it is for later. There it is. Okay, currently no one's here. There's some things drawn upon it, and we can look at it. Goes up well, but I can hear water on the other side. It's covered in these markings. I get the sense they're a recent addition. But who would have drawn this? Well, yeah, we already have the schedule of Fiadh saying she will be doing scrying here tomorrow, so we will probably come and see that. Mr. Toussaint is looking over the maze from the bridge, but we don't need to speak to him right now. Oh, there's also this monument to Mary Blake again, who I haven't seen before. To my beloved Mary, may those who wander this maze be as lost as I am without you in my life. A picture of a woman with dedication, yeah. Well, he seems to miss his wife, or at least outwardly makes it so appear that he misses his wife. I guess we shouldn't discount him as he may have caused the accident or something. Okay, well, before... Oh! Another ghost. Before we get to lunch, we can talk to Mr. Dupre, but also there's this obelisk I also haven't seen. An old standing stone with geometric pattern on it. I wonder if it's real or a replica. Okay, we can learn about sacred sites and standing stones. But now let's get out of here. Although now I'm thinking of it, it's lunch, so we may not be able to find Mr. Dupre easily, because he's probably gone to lunch, so we might have to do lunch and then find him. So yeah, he was here before on the patio, but he's gone. Oh, apparently before we do lunch, we can listen in on the priest and the porter talking.
Focus, child!
No, I am. You've just lost me.
Is this the priest intervention since the housekeeper said he needs some help, Mr. Doyle, since he's been self-medicating?
A master key! Surely the staff has one for the bedrooms!
No, we have 5 different ones. Hunter's is in the stable, mine... Sorry, that was strange. It was as if... What were we talking about?
Where is your clarity, child? Was it the drink, or this blasted place that has devoured your mind?
Okay, is it not the intervention? Is Father Sinnott trying to get the key?
Or that Deane woman? Don't think I wasn't aware. I should have acted sooner there. She has jeopardized things too much already.
Ooh, something was going on. Like, even though it said Father Sinnott arrived after she's gone missing, he still seems to be aware of things in her.
I'm sorry, Father. I don't...
I'm sorry, Seamus. I shouldn't have snapped. I'll find you later should you have another lucid moment. God be with you.
Okay, the priest is joining back the suspicious ranks. Okay, well, listening to that didn't add anything to our things we can discuss, so there's no point talking to him.
Hello again, sir. You here for the meal?
Yep.
Certainly, sir. Let me show you to your seat.
Care to join us, sir? If you don't mind me speaking for you both, of course.
Okay, so we get Mr. Coventry, who we've already met, and he's slightly suspicious because he had that locket that I thought was Evelyn Deane, and then he claimed those was her wives, but then he claimed different names for his wives, and then he claimed like, oh, it was multiple wives, but I don't know, might be lying. We've heard of her, but we haven't yet had the chance to speak, so that's nice, and we already know Mr. O'Meara and his weird ways.
No, it's all right. Maybe he knows something about Miss Hisham's friend.
Oh, it's Miss Hisham. Also, I thought this was like their tea in giant teacups, but no, it's soup bowls. What am I getting for lunch? Well, yes, I am joining them, because I'm curious what opportunities will this give me.
Please. Declan Ward. Thank you for letting me join.
Yeah, okay. Now, Miss Hisham, who is your friend?
Miss Deane. Evelyn Deane. Have you met her?
Okay, so they were friends. Or he's met her.
Is this a joke? Did Miss Deane put you up to this?
I don't.
Mr. O'Meara, please.
Sorry. Yes, I know, Miss Deane. We have history. I thought maybe she sent you down here to make fun at my expense. It would be the sort of thing she would find amusing.
What about her, Miss Hisham?
Thank you. I was meant to meet her yesterday. Or the day before. It's cloudy.
Okay.
But I haven't seen her. And I asked the staff, and after blank stares, I was told she had left.
She left? That doesn't seem correct. Why would she go? She lives for this stuff.
Okay, people only seem like semi-aware that she's disappeared, right? I mean, we know that after we've left the sealed room, he suddenly remembered that it was there, so I think some of the ritual that was performed at least clouded people's memory of her being there, potentially. But now that we've unsealed it, maybe it's coming back to them.
A family matter, maybe.
Do you know her, sir?
As much as I know any of you three, I'm afraid. We talked at the afternoon tea on Tuesday, which turned into afternoon drinks, which turned into my needing a slow start on Wednesday.
Yeah, he claimed to not know her that much, but there was some notes saying that she was going into his room a lot, so still suspicious.
Tuesday, you say?
You, Mr. Ward. Do you know her?
And Tuesday is the day she disappeared, and yeah, that would make sense, because Mr. Romero said that she came from the bar and then she was stumbling about and then she disappeared. Well, technically I never met her. Yes, I know of her father, but no, never met the woman.
No, I only arrived yesterday. If she has left, then I've missed my chance to meet her.
Very well. I hope she is okay. I overheard that the telegraph machine is recovered. I'll send something to her home so she can contact me on her return. Please excuse me.
Of course. I'll take this opportunity to make my leave as well.
Okay, they're both leaving before I got to get anything more from
Me
them.
too. This whole meal has left me painfully upset.
Everyone's leaving, no! So rude. I was hoping you would let me in on more of your secrets. Okay, well, let's see. Where might Mr. Dupre be? Well, apparently he's still in the garden, according to this. He's with the druid over there, okay. He just moved. I can also see that Mrs. Hisham moved to the telegraph room, so might be an opportunity to speak to her as well, if we can be done with Mr. Dupre before she leaves. And then a bunch of people are in the dining room that we can't access them right now because we can't go in again, I assume. Yes, it's no, you have to wait until the next meal, basically. Okay, Mr. Dupre, time for us to talk about what the spirit of your friend is trying to compel you to do, or some other evil spirits. Or first we eavesdrop on them. Not saying I disapprove or anything, but what has a fella like you knowing so much of Irish mythology?
I have had a friend. She was a priestess of your goddess, Breed. I learned a great deal from her.
So that's why you're here.
Yes. I've come to scatter her ashes in her homeland. It was her last request.
Aye, you can travel all you like, but the heart never leaves home. Not really. Where will you put her?
I'm not sure what to do with her. Not yet.
Well, if it's Breed she looked at, you could do worse than take her to Fort. Up by Dundalk Loud. That's where they say she was born. She got it well up there. Brave few in a bay and mourns up that way. Not a bad place to spend eternity.
That sounds nice. Thank you, Mr. O'Finn.
He's the tour guide of where to scatter your ashes. Okay, apparently this gives us more info about the washerwoman, so we could, if we wanted to learn more, we could ask the druid, I guess. But right now, we've got serious talk to do, Mr. Dupre.
Hello again, my friend.
Yeah, hopefully after this he will still be, willing to help us with some other stuff. Your goal is to transfer the soul of your dead friend into Evelyn Deane.
Oh, sweet damnation. Mama, how could I keep the company of such dark thoughts?
Okay, yes, he recognizes that it's not good to think such
I
things.
didn't do it. I could never. It goes against everything that we...
Then take heart, Mr. Dupre. You haven't acted yet, but I must ask you as a matter of urgency. Are these thoughts your own?
I don't know. I've felt a heaviness here these past few days. Something in this place that feeds on grief, drives obsession. The moment you spoke, it felt as if you'd broken a spell. But I'm worried, terrified that it could return just as suddenly.
Then we must act quickly. Have you any idea how we might break this hold on you?
Oh, Mr. Ward, I must lay my friend to rest. I should never have delayed it to begin with.
Laura, yes? I believe I met her spirit at the fire pit.
You saw her. I thought I felt something there, and yet she's been taken from my sight. I was foolish, selfish, enough to want one last adventure together. I should have laid her to rest before coming to this place.
There is still time, Mr. Dupre.
Yes, you are right. Of course there is. There is a ritual. I do not know if it will work, far as we are from Mamon's reach. But we must try. I'm sorry, Laura. I hope you'll forgive an old friend his folly.
Okay, so we have to do a ritual with him. But they're basically implying that if you...
Hello, old friend. I can't see you, but I know you are here. I'm a fool for trusting only my treacherous eyes.
But they're basically implying that if you keep someone's ashes around, then basically their ghost is just following you.
Perhaps my time here has somehow cut me off from you. Am I so corrupted that you're lost from my sight forever? I can feel you laughing at me. This is serious, Laura. I could have... Yes, all right. I just thought we'd do one last mad thing together. It was blockheaded. I know. Though, in fairness, I entirely lack blockheadedness. Yours must just be infectious. Oh, I'm glad we could... Oh, Laura. You think it would be easier the second time, wouldn't you? Goodbye, sweet friend.
Well, he just really liked his friend. And I assume people died of many normal diseases back then. So obviously he didn't want to let her go.
Is it? I don't think it's working. I can still feel her here with us.
Oh, okay, it didn't work. We're gonna have to fix it.
You are right. She has not gone. I am sorry, Mr. Dupre.
No, she's trapped, Mr. Ward. While I've been in battle with my thoughts, she's been drawn deeper into the manor's grasp. I cannot afford any more delays. I'll grieve my cowardice when my friend is freed. The reality of it is, Mr. Ward, that Maman Brigitte is too far out to fully reach these lands. Until we can extend her influence, Laura will be trapped. There is another way. A different ritual that calls upon not only Maman Brigitte, but her Irish aspects as well, Breed and St. Bridget. We'll need a representative for each aspect. Someone to be a vessel or a stand-in.
And we're gonna need to gather some people.
For Maman Brigitte, I can do the honors. I will provide the stones for her fire. The goddess Breed. What do you think, Laura? Will Mr. Ward do?
Am I about to get possessed?
Me? But...
Laura was a priestess of Breed. Her trust is her blessing, and clearly she trusts you. You shall tend the flames.
I can't.
You can, Mr. Ward. You must. And lastly, the abbess, St. Bridget. We must find someone who's close to her. They'll need a gift of some sort, a demonstration of deep devotion.
Well, I can try to find somebody.
Thank you for all of this.
Okay, so we need to find someone who'll be the Saint Bridget. Now, we know one of the staff members has been leaving the Saint Bridget cross around the manor, and I think I saw the housekeeper actually wearing one of those, so I think she might be who we need. But apparently the third aspect, we don't know who to discuss it with. But yes, the cross of Saint Bridget, we can discuss it with the housekeeper only, so maybe if we do that, I will unlock some of those paths. Okay, well, I guess you two wait here until I can gather more information. Unfortunately for us, because it's lunchtime, the housekeeper is currently what I assume is the sort of kitchen area that's not accessible at all. So we have to do something else with our time, so we can go to the telegram room and talk to Miss Hisham, or see what other snooping we can do, research in the library around Percival Blake and whether he was stealing people in walls, that sort of stuff. It seems I was wrong in my initial assessment of this game, where I was like, oh, they're just gonna give us a task every time, because the first two things are like tasks with time limits, so you will be constrained in what to do. But it seems after that, everything's been a lot more freeform, so we just have to figure out what's the best time to do what, because obviously we lose access to various characters as they move about places and do various things. She's just forever standing in the lobby looking cross. So yeah, it's a lot more for us to manage things ourselves than I thought initially it would be. But that's fine, that's fine. We just have to work through it, pay attention, not waste our time. Yeah, we haven't analyzed you yet or spoken to you, so time to get that done. So what can we learn about you? Necklace. The design on her necklace is reminiscent of cracked porcelain. Charcoal smudged hands. There are dark smudges on her hands, perhaps she has been drawing. Headdress. A headdress of some sort. Yeah. Tired eyes. She looks tired, as if she hasn't slept well in a long time. Well, maybe she's having spooky dreams. Okay, let's talk.
Mr. Ward, you need to talk to me.
What can we talk about? Oh, yes, she provided the soul jars to Mr. O'Meara, so can we learn more from her? Does the term soul jar mean anything to you, Miss Hisham? Well, it's not technically my field of expertise, but they are jars used to capture the essence of living beings. Not all of them, of course. Soul jars were part of funeral rites in the East and no real-world effect. I suspect here you are asking about the magical type I outlined. What are your thoughts on the seance? It seems they're spared no expense to put on this event. Of course, it would have been cheaper to host it in your Dublin or London, but then the house itself is the draw. The house and its inhabitants, I suppose they'd not travel. Yeah, they seemed pretty separated from the world. So what do you know about Evelyn Deane? Have you met Miss Deane? She is an acquaintance. No, a friend. We have been writing to her for some time. She's the reason I came here. She invited me, based on my work, my research. I have not seen her in a day or two. At first, I actually forgot she was here. My friend who brought me here is like forgetting to eat or drink. Yes, it does feel like the ritual they performed on Evelyn sort of made people forget. But then, what does that mean about the person who hired us, right? Because the person who hired was aware that she went missing. Could it be because they had a picture of her to remind them, and therefore that brings us back to the doctor taking the pictures? But it could have been someone else who snooped and took the picture, right? Then I found some of our correspondence, and it reminded me she was here. Yes, so that would make sense that if someone saw the picture, was like, oh, she was here. But I cannot find her now. I'm worried for her. Yeah, I think we should be worried, because there's definitely something going on. So you've been drawing or doing magic then? You've been drawing? Ah, the charcoal, yes. It gets everywhere. It is useful for sketches of artifacts, shading, to manipulate the values of light and dark and bring life to a still image. But still, to never match the real thing. Apparently she's an archaeologist from Egypt. Well, tell me about yourself. What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Hisham? I'm a historian and Egyptologist, and I am here to see how the adoption of ancient Egyptian culture and symbology is being used in magic. I think there are arguments to be had about the nature of this magic, but I would not invite myself to those arguments. Otherwise, I am the eldest of 3 daughters, and I would very much like to see my sisters soon before they run off and marry the first pretty poet boy they meet. Hopefully, I will not be kept too long in this part of the world. It is lovely, but my bones were not made for this cold. Yeah, not really dressed for the weather, but I guess she is not so much into the magic itself as just studying the aspects of the folklore and the history of it. So why are you so tired then? Have you had trouble sleeping of late, Miss Hisham? And if I have, it is a strange place where up is down, down is left, and God only knows where right is. Is that not to be expected? I have not slept properly in some time now, maybe even before I came here. Okay, not telling us too much. What about your necklace? It's an unusual design. It is made from pottery I have excavated. The pottery was not actually old or valuable. A modern pot covered in countless sandstorms. I wear it to remind me to stay in the present. There is a beauty to be found here, as much as in the past. Something I find myself struggling with these days. And ask her about her headdress. Just like this guy just coming up and being like, what's this you're wearing? Your headdress, Miss Hisham? Does it carry any significance? It is a tara. Headdresses are a symbol of my faith and devotion as a Sunni Muslim. I am thinking perhaps you do not get so many of us over here. I must confess, you would be the first I met of that ilk. We're just getting to learn about different people and their faiths, which, again, they seem to maybe suggest there was some significance into yet knowing, like, the housekeeper believes in this sense, so it's good to gather this information. Okay, well, nothing else I want from you right now, so...
May Allah guide you.
Thanks for the talk, so I can add you to my list of things. Because, yeah, I think until I talk to people when I have those discussable with attributes for the various evidence, they will not show up on this, so I do not know who to talk to. Obviously, if it's just everyone, then it doesn't super matter, but if it's something very specific, like this Irish grimoire, right? It's discussable with 4 people, and they're all locked in some way. So there's a different state, but because there is locked, but there's also unknown, and I think this means, I just haven't spoken to the person, but the locked means something else. Okay, well, we still have to wait for the housekeeper to leave the kitchen, and then we can maybe find her again. So another thing I wanted to investigate is the Percival Blake situation and whether he walled up some people in the manor and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna start in the library with that, do the research into him, and see if we can get somewhere from there. Ooh, we have the 2 women we haven't even met before. One is, I think, Mrs. Lau, and then Mrs. McLeod. So let's have a listen.
This would have been easier in London. Or if I'd wanted to be very proper about it. Home. I do think my parents would have rather had it that way, certainly.
Are you sure this is the right solution, though? Shouldn't you wait to see how things play out? There is still the social season.
Is this about marriage? Because, like, there being a season and whatever?
Well, that's not for another half year. And some of those young men are positively frightened of me.
Okay, is she thinking about accepting someone's proposal?
Here, I might find somebody who understands.
I understand.
And I don't think there's time to wait.
Yeah, you're probably like 20 now, super old for marriage. Back in those days.
You'll keep me right, won't you?
Don't I always? Besides, I'm telling you, you needn't worry so terribly. I'm sure things will be back to rights soon enough, one way or another. And I am usually right about these things. You know that.
I shan't tell you that. It might be true, but I shan't say it.
Yes, marriage plans. Okay, well, while they're here and we're here, we should meet them because that then tell us, yes, as I was saying, that things can be discussed with them if they're important for it. So let's start with Miss Lau, analyze her. Watchful expression. She has an acute gaze, no doubt watching events quite carefully. Morning cameo. A jet and ivory cameo depicting a man's silhouette. It is in memory of someone, but who? I mean, yes, plenty of people here. Dead relatives. Though I would suppose for the time that was more common to just have dead relatives that are, you know, not just your grandma and grandpa, because, again, it was more common to die of diseases and things like that. And that's all about her. Nothing else special. Okay, well, let's meet her as well in case, like, there is things we can discuss about one another, or at least analyze her first. She's got white heather hairpin, a collection of small dried white flowers in her hair. Innocent bearing. She presents herself more like a child than an adult. I mean, it did seem like she was quite young and in the age of like looking for a husband and all that. Okay, well, let's talk, Mrs. Lau.
I don't think we've met. Who might you be?
My name's Declan Ward. Miss,
Ah, the man from this morning. The man from room number 4.
Yeah, she's letting us know she's watching.
I am Mrs. Victoria Lau. How do you do?
Mrs. Lau. A pleasure. Another séance attendee?
Indirectly only. I am Miss McLeod's chaperone. The event itself is not to my taste. I am here for her, and her alone.
Yes, if Miss McLeod is an unmarried young woman, then I think social kind of decorum required her to travel with a chaperone who was an older, married, or at least previously married, so widowed woman, right? Because, you know, back in the day, your status changed based on whether you were married or not. So I assume that's why. But yes, she's not into the science stuff, and therefore she's probably not magical either. But yes, let's talk about the chaperoning a bit more. You said you was Miss McLeod's chaperone, yes? She needed someone to accompany her for this event, and I wanted to see Ireland. That, and she's my closest friend. I had little reason to turn her down. Yes, they are not from Ireland. Like, I think Miss McLeod is Scottish, maybe? I have no skill like Ivy does, but I'm interested in being here. Okay, so Ivy is Ivy McLeod, and she is magical. You wanna tell us about your dead, maybe husband? I've noticed you're wearing a cameo. May I ask who it depicts? Yes, it is of my late husband. Well, I'm no longer expected to dress in mourning for him, and he would not have wanted me continue so anyway. I'd rather like to keep the cameo. It keeps him close. We're so, like, just going around and pointing at people's clothes and, what's this? Why are you wearing this? What's that for? Like, any normal social situation, people would be like, wow, this guy. Calm down. So, you know anything about Evelyn Deane? Have you met Miss Deane? I have. Unfortunately. Is it unfortunate? I don't know if it was for her, but it certainly was for me. If only our paths have never crossed. I can't stand her. The less said about it, the better. Okay, well, she didn't like her, but again, she's not magical, so she is not our main culprit, as far as we know. Probably not much to discuss about the science with you then, if you don't much care for it. Yeah, so, you like watching people and knowing everything about them? I hope you don't mind my saying, Mrs. Lau, but you seem to have keen eye on the goings-on. I will confess I do. You can learn a lot about a person or your situation just from keeping a careful watch. Yeah, that's what I do as well. Okay, well, not that much to discuss with her. Were you at the bridge game? You have anything more to say about it? Were you at the bridge game Tuesday? I was. It didn't go too terribly either. So I was more there for the conversation than for the game. I don't attend many gatherings of this kind, so it seemed like a good way to meet some of the others. Did many attend? A few. It was the first time I met our host, McLeod Blake. Along with him was Dr. Callaghan and his aunt Fiadh. There was Miss Quinn and Barbosa, Mrs. Darcy too, and yes, Mr. Coventry completed the set. Okay.
That's
well,
all, Mrs. Lau.
Yeah,
Farewell,
I think
Mr. Ward.
that's all we need for now. Since you're not very magical or anything, I think we will not be suspecting you too much. And what about you, Miss McLeod?
I don't believe we know each other, do we? Have you just arrived?
Only recently. Declan Ward, miss. Pleased to meet you.
And are you, Mr. Ward? Were you meant to be here, or did something bring you suddenly? Oh, blast. That shouldn't matter. Oh, and now I've forgotten to say my name. Ivy McLeod. I'm sorry. You have me all flustered. I am host to the second sight, you see. I know things. Or at least I should. It feels as if, since coming here, I'm host to nothing anymore.
Yeah, so she's got magical powers, second sight, and she's all flustered after seeing us.
I should have known you were going to be here. And be late. But it's just more proof that something is wrong.
No, she couldn't predict my arrival. Well, let's talk a bit more about the second side then. Would you tell me about this ability of yours, miss? Normally, I would joke that I knew you were going to ask that, but since coming here, it's cloudy and, well, I feel blinded in a way. I've put the cart before the horse. You don't even know what it is I've lost yet. It's passed down by blood through Scottish families. It's not uncommon. A fair few people have the ability, at least a little bit. It just so happens that I'm the only one of my family to have it to any measure, and it came in very strong. They were saying Scottish people just clairvoyant by nature. The second sight, it gives a person foreknowledge, or just knowledge you couldn't possibly know. I get visions, mostly of things to come. Or I used to. Since arriving here, I've been cut off from it. Surely I should have seen a warning of that. Maybe it's not working so well. So, you and Evelyn. I was wondering, what do you make of Miss Deane? That's certainly a question she's how do I put this? You've read Hansel and Gretel, haven't you? About the two children lured and nearly eaten by a wicked witch? Is she the wicked witch? You're saying Miss Deane is a wicked witch of sorts? Oh, Mr. Ward, do you remember how it ends? Gretel pushes the witch into an oven, and she burns alive, no? I fear in my darkest nights, I only find peace when I imagine Miss Deane might one day meet the same fate. Okay, they think like she's proper evil. So yes, we have met. I do not wish for it to happen again. Okay, so they don't like her. But apparently knowing her before is somewhat of a sign that they're not the culprit. So the seance, what's your opinion of it? You know, I thought there might be more of us attending with all the spiritualists in London. But I suppose this seems very far from home for some, especially those who've never left the city. I don't mind. It means there's many people here that I've never met, and some of them are very interesting, don't you think? Interesting, we can discuss the memento mori we found in Mrs. Quinn's room, who we still haven't met. We haven't met Mrs. Quinn at all, but what does she have to say about it? Do you happen to know if there are a lot of deaths in the Quinn family? Do I? Of course. The whole family is cursed. There's not many of them left at all, I hear. Miss Quinn might be one of the last. I don't know the specifics of the curse, but I know it to be true. Bad luck like that doesn't come about naturally. The poor dear. Okay, interesting. Still haven't met her, but now we know that she might be cursed. Okay, what can you tell me about Victoria then, since you two are close? How did Mrs. Lau come to be your chaperone? This is in itself quite the story, and sometimes I don't know whether it's mine to tell. I'll give you this. I met Victoria at a party, some springtime too, and once I spoke with her, I felt I could have known her my whole life, and perhaps despite her better judgment. She likes me enough to keep my company. She's a darling like that. I am immediately fond of her. Seldom do you meet a person like Victoria, okay? So is she not magical? Does Victoria have some secret like charm powers? Or something? Now I'm like suspicious of everyone. What else? Well, apparently we can ask her, you know, why are you looking so innocent like? And then we can ask her about the curse. For all that your vision must show you, you have managed to keep an air of innocence about you. Thank you, sir. Though I fear my innocence is nearing its end. Not because of the seance, but through events surrounding it. I begin to suspect that it ties in with my diminishing visions. Okay, well, we'll see. And the curse? So the Quinn family have a curse on them. What it's supposed to do? Well, I didn't ask, but I think there must have been a queen, like Corentine, in our circles at least once before, because it's not an unknown quantity. From what I've heard, it is supposed to drive them to early graves. The means, I don't know, but I've heard of illness, accident, murder. I've no doubt Miss Quinn has overcome some odds to be here in the first place. Poor darling. Okay, well, I think that's enough right now.
Take care, Mr. Ward.
We'll probably have to, like, search their rooms to find out what those two are hiding and you know, whatever dark secrets about them we're gonna have to solve. Oh, and there is Miss Quinn talking to herself, so we can eavesdrop on her.
Idiots and ghouls, all of you. What did you think would happen? That nobody would mind? That they were not entirely as capable of vengeance as you?
Is she talking to her dead family members?
And for what? For 16 funerals in 30 years? But at least the caskets were nice.
Yeah, she's on like a family group chat, except the family's dead.
And you never even saw the ruin you caused. It's just me in this godforsaken library. Bastards! What damnable stock we are!
Okay, well, she's also here, so let's talk about her cursed family. But first, let's analyze her. She's got scars on her face. Multiple scars, as if she suffered several different accidents and injuries. Yes, she's been escaping death. Striking brooch worn around the collar. And pen in pocket. Its varnish is worn around the grip. She uses it often and probably for long periods of time. Yeah, she's doing lots of research, right? Because this was all hair stuff here, and I assume she's trying to figure out what her family has gotten themselves into. And well, let's talk while you're here so we can meet and all that.
I'm just looking for something.
Are you all right, miss?
Fine. Just looking for a book. I know I had it just a few days ago, but now it's nowhere to be found.
Well, someone has removed a bunch of the books, right? Because we were also missing some research.
Without it, damn it! I'm at a dead end. Would you tell me if you see it? It's a book on local land records from late last century. It has to be around here somewhere, unless another guest's taken it.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so we have to find a book or she won't talk to us. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna have to find it. It might be in someone's room. Who knows? Well, then what I came here to do was read about Percival Blake. Information on Percival Blake. Percival Blake became the Marquess of Doune at the age of 24 when his father Graham died of old age. This was in 1739. He ruled through the Great Freeze, the Year of the Slaughter, the Jacobite Rising, until he drowned in the tsunami of 1755 at the age of 40. Where was the tsunami? I see some annotations that suggest that he didn't drown in the tsunami, more that he was drowned during it. Okay. It seems he was not popular with the people around him. No, I mean, if he was putting people in walls, probably a bit scary. Okay, so apparently there was an actual tsunami in 1755 due to the Lisbon earthquake, and there was, like, some of it did hit the west coast of Britain, so Cornwall and some of Ireland as well. So there was an actual tsunami, but yes, he wasn't hit by it, just at the same time he drowned in something. In 1744, a scholar made Wade Wissing. Rumors suggested she had rejected advances he made. Her fiancé came from a nearby village to find her, and he too wasn't heard from again. Yes, that's the missing couple then. Various notes are added from different periods that say staff believed he walled them up alive. One note says they can still be heard sobbing for one another through the darker months. Well, we are in the darker months. Despite his gruesome reputation, a portrait of him still resides in the East Tower. Yes, we see that. Okay, we can actually research that tsunami, but I was like, is that real? So I already looked at it. But I guess the game is like, there is an actual information if you need. Okay, so I can use the bookshelves to further look up Percival Blake. Oh, but apparently that's all the same stuff, so I thought this would be like extra information, but it's not. But apparently I can look up Walter Blake in here, the child that I'm still hoping to speak to. Oh, but there's nothing here about Walter yet. I guess he's too young for that. Okay then. Oh, there is a maid in the southwest corridor right now, so I may be able to speak to her quickly so I can also meet her before the time changes and everyone moves around. And yes, I should definitely take the opportunity to meet the characters while they're available. Even though, yes, we're only gonna have 3 minutes before the time ticks over and then she's gonna disappear. Miss Murphy. Well, let's analyze her first. Averted gaze. I suspect she'd rather not be talking at all. Small burn scars from years of cooking. Okay, let's talk.
I'm Declan Ward, miss. Who might you be?
Saoirse Murphy? Just the cook, sir. I don't think there's anything I can help the likes of you with.
Okay, she's the cook, not the maid.
I don't know magic, or have powers like you folks. Maybe things would be different if...
Okay, things would be different if you had magic. Is something bad happening?
Sorry, sir. I lost the run of myself.
Okay, well, we only got a couple minutes. You know anything about Evelyn? What do you think of Miss Deane? Oh, well, it's like she sees the world in a whole new ways to us. Like, it's made of these threads we've never seen, but she can. Magic just flows to her. She weaves it like it were nothing more than a wool around the hook. That's what I've heard at least, sir. Truth be told, I haven't seen her in a while. You think something happened to her? Oh, of course not. Nothing could get Miss Deane. More is like she got sick of Oh, never mind. You sound quite familiar with her. Had you met her before? Oh, no. We've got to talking is all. She's good like that. Doesn't look down on the stuff. But it's too close to the next hour now, so we can't ask her anymore right now.
All right, sir.
Because she's about to move on. Potentially. She might stay. Yeah, she's still here, so we can potentially talk to her more. Yeah, for all the stuff we have investigated quarters, but we can't until we can get in the basement, which I don't think is gonna be until tomorrow during the delivery. But that means we can talk to her a little bit more. Well, if you and Miss Deane were talking, do you know anything about who invited her? I heard tell that Miss Deane was personally invited to the manor. Was she? That makes me happy, sir. The manor's a better place for having her in it. Or she left, I mean. Seb, go on. Well, I don't think it would have mattered, sir, whether she were invited or not. All that talent, and I would guess there's not a thing on this earth that make her feel worthwhile. Okay, so, tell me about yourself, then. Can you tell me about yourself? Oh, I'm not sure if I've much interesting to say, sir, just a cook again. I should like to hear more about this cook, miss, if you're alright with that. Oh, well, I'm a little skittish, though Mrs. Joyce says not to point it out or I'll do easy pickings. But it's only been this bad since, oh, and I'm too curious for my own good. Mrs. Joyce said that too. Sorry, sir. This is why you should stop at cook. Yeah, it's only been that bad since what's happening to her? We must get to the bottom of this. Is one of the other staff being a meanie? I mean, it says the burns are from cooking, but is it anything else? Have you burned your hands? It's alright, sir. Can't be a cook without some burns to show for it. Nothing with this. What's with you trying to avoid me? Are you very busy, miss? You seem as if your mind might be somewhere else. Sorry about that, sir. I've a hard time asking it to stick around all day. That's alright, miss. I was worried I'd be making you uncomfortable instead. No, sir. Well, who is making you uncomfortable? Can I ask you about Mary Blake? Because I assume you were here while she was still around. Do you remember what the lady of the house was like before? We didn't speak much, sir. Not socially, I mean. But she was kind to her boy and made the Marquess happy. I didn't really know her. What about Walter? You know him much? Do you spend much time with the young master? Because she was the person that came in and was saying, oh, he won't eat without the father. Some, sir. We work on our wards together. But in truth, he helps me more often than I help him. I can just about read, sir. Only small words, enough to get by. I'm learning to write alongside the master. Okay, so she cannot write properly, and therefore a big letter about I'm leaving the manor is probably out of her skill set. It was Mrs. Joyce's idea that we could help one another. I don't think he tells his father mind. Might be part of why I've been let stay. Bless him. Can you tell me, I guess, ask about the other staff and see if she lets anything slip about them being whatever's wrong. Yeah, what's Seamus up to? Do you speak often with Mr. Doyle? I didn't used to, sir, not after the last porter. Well, I wouldn't talk to him for love nor money. I feel awful bad about it now, but I've been trying to be better, and I think I was going to say he's a good man, but no, he's annoying, sir, just in a good way. He looks out for me, and I did not see a hair harmed on his head. Besides, Miss Deane seems to think he's okay, so that makes me feel better about using my words with him more. Braver. Okay, so he's fine. What about Jonathan Blake? Is he being mean to you? How do you find it working for Marquess Blake? We don't speak much, sir. He's giving me a home, I suppose. Mr. Hunter? Do you often speak with Mr. Hunter? Oh, he's not inside much, sir. There's little chance for it. When I'm not in the kitchen, he's with the horses. I like talking to him, though, when there's time. It's like he knows how to make all your problems feel small. You can get the feeling that there's nothing he'd not do to keep you safe. Okay, well, it feels like there's something wrong, right? Like she's scared of someone, something's bad's happening to her, but so far every single person I mention, they're like, oh no, they're so good to me. What about Mr. Varley? Do you often speak with Mr. Varley? He's a good man, sir. Kinder than any other I've met. I've never seen anyone else run this place. What about Mrs. Joyce? How do you find working with Mrs. Joyce? Oh, she's very nearly a mother to me, sir. Kept me right all these years. Though sometimes I worry that... It's okay, miss. Sometimes. She may not be my mother, sir, but sometimes I worry. I'm not a very good daughter to her. If she knew that well, it doesn't matter now. Tell me what? What did you do? What is going on? Is it something to do with the ghosts? Or is it something to do with this letter? Like, this was in the very start. In the manager's office, yes, there was a letter addressed to Miss Varley. soundly rebuking a request for information on behalf of a young mother. It is signed by the bishop of the diocese. Yeah, did she have a child she had to give up and now she's feeling bad about it? Is it true Mr. Varley been in talks with a local bishop about a child who... No, it isn't, miss. I said it isn't. Wherever you heard it, you have to forget about it right now, or Miss Saoirse, are you alright? Oh god, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what came over me. It's okay, it's alright, miss. I'll not hear another word of apology. I'm sorry for bringing it up. Okay, so that's what's going on with her, but if she had a child, then someone else was involved. And therefore...
I'll leave you be.
We're gonna figure out who that was.
Alright, sir.
Maybe. Although it didn't really expand on her mystery all that much, I guess until we get into her room, it won't add that much. Okay, well, the hour has changed, and so, yes, Mrs. Joyce is available in the atrium now, and so we can ask her about the whole St. Bridget thing, and will she help us release a spirit in the gardens. Hello.
Good day.
Hello, sir. Anything I can do for you?
Couple things, actually, because, yeah, I also want to know about this whole cook situation, but yes. The cross of St. Bridget, your necklace at a distance, I assume it was a resurrex, but now I see it's a St. Bridget cross. Yes, sir. All my love to God, Jesus and Mary, but I have a special place in my heart for St. Bridget. I keep her close to me as she protects us, sir, from evil and from fire, too. Okay, so can I have you help with the ritual? Well, apparently not, and apparently yes. It is locked who I can discuss this with. So I'm not sure whether it's locked behind time, because me not meeting those people yet is a question mark as a first thing. But yes, the locked icon, what does it mean? Like, does something else have to happen first before it tells me who the people are? But yes, while we're at it then, can we discuss the situation with the cook? Is there something to uncover there? So I guess the letter to the manager. What do you make of this, Mrs. Joyce? Oh, I've had no idea Mr. Varley was still on this. No man would spare a thought for a mother in her place. But sometimes the heart goes where it shouldn't, sir. And when all is said and done, every child is a gift from God. What our poor girl will do without him, poor girl. I'll not say any more about it. It wouldn't be decent, you understand? She's not gonna reveal it any further. Well, we can also discuss Miss Deane's invitation with her. It's actually with all the stuff, so we'll see if they know anything about it. I heard Miss Deane was personally invited to the seance. She must be very well respected. Goodness, if she were, Marquis Blake never mentioned it. Between you and me, sir, I hope he's ashamed of himself. Can you imagine inviting people to a cult? Yes, she's very religious and all that, so she is against the seance and thinks it's all bad. Okay, well, I was hoping we could get something more to advance the whole releasing the spirit with her, but it doesn't seem like it yet. Something I want to quickly check out. Oh yeah, is Father Sinnott in his room right now? Because I should be able to go and explore it if he's not. Yeah, doesn't seem to be anyone inside, so I can enter and snoop. He's got a big room. Yeah, he's got the Gnostic Bible. His Bible is a Gnostic one. He has the sermon notes and the lights recorded inside. Is this the branch of Christianity he really follows? He has passages about black iron prison marked, but I cannot make out what they mean. It's hard to make anything of use out. It's very dense tome. I'd need to look elsewhere for more understandable information. Yes, but there is a paper under it, symbols. A sequence of strange hand-drawn symbols was sitting below the Bible. Okay, well, we may need that for later, but right now we know nothing about this. This is just a stationery, which means nothing there. His journal, leather journal. Let's see the most recent entry. I've uncovered a hidden door which leads to the woman's changing rooms. It is an ungodly place. Alas, I was hasty in my exit and have yet to review it properly. Between our assessment of the grounds and talk at 11, our best opportunity will be at 6. But we will find the catacombs. Come Sunday morning, we'll search them stone to stone. Okay, he is looking for something. He's looking for something in this manor. Oh, there's actually a piece of paper next to the door. Padre scrolled note, I think requesting a meeting with Father Sinnott, but it's hard to read. Best I can tell, it's signed Murphy. Oh, okay. She wanted to talk with the priest, so that does advance her mystery. And there's a pistol box. An empty pistol case. Does this mean the priest is constantly armed? But why? Well, well, well. What size shoes that he has? He has a medium-sized shoe, okay. A lot of them have medium-sized shoes, so that doesn't seem like a good way to exclude people. Oh, he's got maps as well, so that may help us find things. He has been trying to complete a map of the grounds, but it's poorly made. Not to his skill set, I suppose. Okay, I can't actually read anything from them. Incomplete maps of the grounds. They were well made, unlike the recent continuation beside them. Okay, but do I not gain anything from it? Like, he hasn't marked any secret passages or anything? Okay, fine. But yes, I guess someone gave him proper maps and now he's just scrolling extra things. Letters. A mass of correspondence from various people. One mentions Mr. Doyle and his placement here to investigate. Oh, so that's what that conversation in front of the lunchroom was about. Like, he's here to snoop. Another talks about how the Aeon has been located, whatever it is. It resides here at Blake Manor. A note here about freeing the Aeon from its prison at all costs. No death here is real. Another talks about how all attempts to reach Mr. Doyle have failed. I see the flyer for this event is attached to another letter. This is your chance, Father. It's written here. Somebody stayed here in order to reach Doyle, but he did not recognize them or know the faith. Okay, so they're sending Doyle here on some sort of mission, investigation, but whatever happened here, like his mind's been wiped? Is he possessed or something? And then, or is it just his self-medicating? And then, yes, they're trying to uncover something here, free something here. So is it like a situation where there is some being here that is trapping all the souls, and therefore that's why there's so many ghosts? But there's not scheduled for this weekend. I have noted his movements in my timetable. Yep, and nothing in here. Okay. Well, let's close this pistol box. So I don't know how much there is to. Oh, someone can see we were snooping. Obviously, we can walk into places we're not supposed to be, and then we're in trouble. But like, do they notice things in their room been touched and stuff like that? Well, so we know he's definitely more to the priest than he claims, and therefore Mr. Doyle also needs to be investigated. I'm like looking at... I hope that this book I'm looking for Miss Quinn, right? Like, it's gonna actually say this is the book, because I'm gonna spend a lot of time if I have to go to every book that's his book and be like, click on it and figure out if it's the book or not. So what's the secret passage to the women's changing rooms? Because another thing I wanted to check on is the supply closet. Yes, because there was also a note in Deane's journal saying supplies something. And then I went past it and got distracted by the angel staring at me and looking at the bar. So you can actually enter the supply closet. So what's in here? We've got entertainment schedule, we know about this. Towels, nothing too interesting. Mop bucket, bunch of toys. Crates with food, a wheelchair. I mean, we've learned that the son might be using it. Okay, we have a crumpled note, so that's something we want. A note that reads, "Where did I leave the damn Bible?" Then a follow-up note, of course. I left it handy for Mass on Sunday. Okay, well, I assume that means in the church. Oh, and it's from Caitlin Joyce. Interesting. We have general... okay. A stone cross with something red on it. But also there's this box on the wall. What the symbols mean is a combination. Yes, because that was in her journal. There were symbols in her journal. Okay, so the symbols were plus, then this half moon, triangle, and this. Oh, is this the secret entrance to the women's changing room? Okay, I know hidden door, exciting, but I still need to check out what's on this table. Okay, we've got a key, a small brass key used by the staff. It should open any of the bedrooms leading off the atrium. I can use this to open Mrs. Erickson's, Miss Barbosa, Mr. Toussaint's, Miss Montovani's, and Mr. Scarrett rooms. Okay, so more rooms to snoop in for our further exploration. A rough stone cross. Those reddish stains are rust, at least I pray they are. Otherwise, I need to ask why it's lying amidst the housekeeper's effects. Yes, okay, because I guess she comes into here mostly. Okay, well, secret door. let's go. And this is the changing rooms then. Anything in here? I mean, I know I have a key to the changing rooms locker, so that's for sure something I'm gonna explore. It was number 11 if I remember correctly. And there's another thing that's supposed to happen. Someone at 7, someone is meeting in changing room. Mr. O'Meara and Mrs. McLeod. Mrs. McLeod, who's, you know, an unmarried lady who needs a chaperone, is meeting that guy in the changing room. So, something, we're gonna need to see what happens. Okay, so locker number 11, which is none of those. I guess in another room then. This is the bathhouse. This is to the changing room corridor. Okay, so I assume there's a second changing room, because this was the men's. Okay, and I assume this is, yeah, back to the corridor that we couldn't enter from, but let's go to the women's changing room then. Okay, well, we can look in the hamper here, so there might be something there. Or there might be nothing. Well, let's have a look. Yeah, nothing inside, unfortunate. Well, where is number 11 then? There we go. Use the locker key. Secret box, jewelry box, and letters. She received a threatening letter from Mr. Scarrett. Do we know whose box this is? Is it Evelyn's box? I have brought my dagger. I hope you're ready for what comes next, Scarrett. I can also make out number 451. It must have been written on the page at top of this one. Okay, so when we get to Scarrett's room, 451 might be relevant. There is a ring. I wonder how important this is to Miss Deane, that she left it behind. Oh, this might be a ring from Mrs. Darcy's husband, finally. We've got another letter. A letter from Dr. Callaghan. It seems to be part of a longer conversation. He seems to be offering to meet her and teach her some Irish magic, despite some warning or refusal from Fiadh on the matter. Yes, because Deane wrote to Fiadh, and Fiadh just tore the letter and was like, no, because she hates Deane. But Fiadh was also worrying that Miss Deane was getting her claws into Ruairi. Make no mistake, my respect for my aunt is unwavering, but she's rigid in her ways, and she won't be persuaded on this. She prioritizes safety over progress, protection above any sort of advancement. You want recognition? Of course you do, and I swear you shall have it. My aunt might not understand that, Evelyn, but I promise you, I do. I might not be who you asked for, but I know the tradition in and out, and think we could help each other. Consider it, won't you? And finally, this journal page, the missing pages from Miss Deane's journal. We're gonna find out which of the people she was not pleased to see. It seems like Miss Deane sacrificed her friendship with Miss Queen to gain access to some text. Understandably, Miss Queen was not thrilled with this. Okay, can we go read them further? Corentine is attending a grand seance. I should have expected to see her here, of course, but she had kept such a low profile after our disagreement. I do regret it, of course. I should have been a more loyal friend, but I had to view that book while I could. I would say that the cost to entry was too high, but I would pay it again and again. I didn't think that she cared so much for standing. I thought she'd understand, but my betrayal has clearly done more harm than anticipated. She barely acknowledged me, and when I called her name, she looked at me with such anger in her eyes. I may try again to mend things between us, but she's in her books like never before. I doubt I will get near her. Okay, so yeah, she was mad, and we still can't talk to her until we find the one book she's looking for. A man's ring with a crucifix and rose in its center. Yes, I think this will finally let us do the exorcism for Mrs. Darcy, but we may have to discuss it with Hare or Mr. Dupre first. Okay, so we can't actually make it into the bathhouse. It's full on lock. Can we... Okay, and we can't exit through here. We have to exit through the secret door. Okay, well, this has been a fruitful endeavor then. I was like, oh, there's probably nothing, just another closet that's not available, but it actually was. Okay, I was going to go talk to Ruairi and Fiadh, but maybe now I want to more see if I can do something about this exorcism for Mrs. Darcy, since it's been hanging over me for a while. She is out in the gardens, so maybe we can confirm with her that this is indeed her husband's ring. I'm not sure where Mr. Dupre is right now. Oh, there's a whole gathering here, so yeah, we might be able to eavesdrop some more.
You really mean to tell me you've never been to so much as a tarot reading before? Awfully common, of course, tarot. A seance or other ritual is preferable. But I really would have thought you'd have some experience.
No, I confess, I'm a novice to the whole thing. But this seance sounded so fascinating. When I heard of it, I couldn't bring myself not to come along.
No one could fault you for your lack of ambition.
Ambition? If you like. Mere curiosity, really. Who isn't a little interested in whatever comes next? Especially at our age.
Well, quite.
Just a bit more info about them. Why they're here. Let's see about Mrs. Darcy then. There she is. Can we talk about this ring? Can you confirm to me it's from your husband? Here, Mrs. Darcy, do you happen to recognize this ring? Where did you get that? I found it around the hotel. Does it mean something to you? No, anymore. It was my husband's. Dog that he was. No, keep it. I won't look at that awful thing. Okay. Does that help us?
Good day, Mrs. Darcy.
Good day, Mr.
Does that help us with the mystery at all? Okay, it connects the brooch with the ring. And now yes. Now we've unlocked the ability to talk to Mr. Dupre. So he was previously a locked icon. So, okay, that confirms to me that the way that works is we have to do something else before certain things are connected to certain people. Okay, can I find Mr. Dupre at this hour? Apparently I cannot, so he must be in his room. That's unfortunate. Well, so I guess I'll keep that in mind and instead go talk to Ruairi and Fiadh and see what I can find out from there. They're together, so I assume there's gonna be some eavesdropping. Totally not suspicious, just hanging out in the corridor while they're talking.
Well, then, what do you make of it? And don't just say you don't like it.
But I don't. Really, what's more to be said about it? They're kicking up dust they don't even notice and leaving us to clean up.
Still, it's not malicious, Antine. This is... You and I both know there's no better place for a seance like this than here.
Better they not hold the blasted seance at all. What's it all for in the end? For the spectacle? Oh, you're much too forgiving, Ruairi.
And somewhere on the other side of forgiving is stubborn.
You're not the first person to call me that, you know, and you won't be the last. There is no good to come of this.
If there were, you wouldn't know it.
Come on now, Ruairi.
Leave it for once, won't you? I won't be lectured by a woman who won't listen herself.
Okay, so they're disagreeing about the science as well. Well, I want to meet you, but I also want to talk to you about that music that can help me.
What can I do for you?
Induce the crazy dreams? Yes, the record. Do you know much about using music to aid with dreams? A bit. I'm actually trying something along those lines myself. My dreams here, they are different to normal, so I am going to try and enter them more consciously. It's a technique called lucid dreaming. Yes, let's talk more about this then. What can you tell me about lucid dreaming, Doctor? Fun you should say. I have a plan to try it here. I thought maybe it would help me understand the strange dreams. I have a record in my room that I borrowed from the drawing room towards that end. But I keep forgetting to ask the staff to bring a gramophone up to my room. Well, I've already taken your record and I have a gramophone. They had a second suitable record there, I noticed, should you wish to try it yourself. Oh, and you should use an anchor, something to focus on to ensure your dream is what you want it to be. A picture of a person, if you want to summon your mental image of them into the dream, or a scent. Or well, there are any number of things you could use. Even a book on a topic would work. Maybe Miss Deane's journal would work. That's what started me on this course, after all. So there's that, but there's also the whole him and Miss Deane corresponding and talking about different things. So what does he have to say about that? Miss Deane mentioned that you offered to teach her some Irish magic. Not so loud, eh? I don't want everyone looking for tutelage. In truth, I did. And so you don't go digging around any further. I did so behind Fiadh's back. She was against it. But then again, she's against everything. It would have been a move that strengthened my own position in London, which in turn would strengthen what I could bring back to protect the land here in Ireland. We cannot dig our heels in and hope the world doesn't outgrow us. To do so would be a failure in our own duty. So this sorta helps us advance the dream situation. Okay, so I have the record and now it's telling me I should enter the dream. But before I do that, I want to talk to Miss Callaghan so I can analyze her and meet her. And so she's on my list. For jewelry, she has a tan on her skin, as if she spent time working outside. Celtic cross necklace, a Celtic cross similar to many worn by Catholics in the country. unusual hair color. A stark streak of white runs through her otherwise red hair. Patched up clothing. Her clothes have seen many repairs. That's what we get to know about her.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
We have not. I'm Declan Ward. I arrived just yesterday, from Dublin. And yourself, ma'am?
Fiadh Callaghan. No need for the formalities. I arrived at the hotel just a few days ago, but I've lived in the area all my life.
A local. A good person for a stranger to become acquainted to.
Oh, I'm not just local. I'm the local bandry, Declan. A wise woman. I've come to minimize the damage of this damnable seance.
Interesting. Yeah, so we can talk about her being a wise woman, but let's talk to her about Miss Deane. Have you met Miss Deane? I have. You stay away from that one, Declan. Does she try take what's of value to you? Yeah. She's like, she steals people. We can put Dr. Callaghan in trouble. Yeah, we can learn from her about well scrying, since that's what she's gonna be doing. I've heard that you have been known to offer people well scrying. What is it exactly? Well, to put it simply, scrying means looking for answers, or to somewhere you couldn't otherwise see. And wells have a lot of power about them, you know? If you ask a question to one, it might give you answers. If you're lucky, it will even show you what you're looking for. That's what I do. I ask the well for answers or information. More often than not, it more than provides. Okay, well, there is more we can talk to her about.
I'll let you go.
You take care now, Declan. And don't forget to get a bite to eat into you. It's going to be a long day.
I wanna do this whole dream situation, right? Because that's like something to advance what's going on. The more info we can maybe get about what may have happened to Miss Deane is what will steer other things we want to do. Like, we obviously now have a key to all of those rooms as well, so there's many things to do and many threads to pursue. But I'm trying to figure out what the best focus is. Okay, can we do this now? Play the record. Seems the music can be used to help me get into the right state of sleep to have some lucidity during it. If possible, I could return that strange nightmare I had on my first night here. Given that so many people seem to be experiencing it, I can't rule out the possibility that something of use to my investigation is buried somewhere inside it. And yes, I have the journal. There, a visual anchor. If I want to explore the shared dream, then this is the best I have to represent it. Miss Deane's journal. Now to sleep. I say as if this isn't an insane idea. But if it works, I may learn something more about this dream by the time I awake. I'm not sure how much time this is going to take. But yes, here we are, back.
Am I back in the dream?
Yeah, in the crazy dream. With our bed and candles and the angels. Here they wear things over their eyes, but in the manor they can see us. The hands on the windows, and there's a painting. This is from the start of the game, when we were receiving the letter.
A painting? In the place of the sigil from before. That's O'Connell Street, back in Dublin. God, I miss Dublin. It is so simple compared to this place.
No hauntings back home. Okay. So first time I was here, there was actually like a ghost behind this door when it was closing, but I didn't notice it until editing. Okay. Is this back in Dublin as well?
The fireman. Why is there a picture of my club here?
Because someone was watching you.
I wonder if I can find it. It can't be far. Perhaps beyond this.
And there's a picture of someone where the stone was previously.
Eamon, you dog. Pull up a stool and I'll already
Is this our friend?
No. This isn't right. This isn't him. He's gone.
Oh, is his ghost hunting us? Oh, his brother, right? Because he died. Because I didn't get my picture taken, but I do wonder if his ghost is following me about. Oh, there she is. With that thing that was leading her about. I can only assume that's in Irish.
Every door, every window, every corridor leads to the seance. Home is so close. Just behind one more lock.
She's trapped.
Come to the seance, Declan. Help me find the way out.
Okay, well, I assume nothing good gonna happen at the seance stone.
She's gone. I'm awake. But it worked. I dreamt. It was the same as before, but it was as if I was seeing what was behind the dream. I saw my family, my home, Dublin. But why? I was trying to find these things. They felt so close. Just behind the next obstacle. My brother, waiting for me at the bar. I might have wandered forever searching for them. Certainly it felt that way, had Miss Deane not shown up. Or the presence behind her. That presence spoke true, Miss Deane, I believe. Did it conjure her too? As it did the images of home? Does it want me, or rather all of us, experiencing this dream to attend the seance? Or is that as far as it can get on its own journey out of this place?
Yeah, it wants to get out, right? The seance is gonna release this demon. And yes, all the paintings in the room seem to have changed into the paintings from
something is different here.
The dream, right? Because I was like looking at it being, hey, that's the street. Yeah, we've kind of skipped about 20 minutes. And we missed the talk therefore because we had to get in there within 10 minutes. But it's already past the time. Oh well, I'm sure it wasn't that important. But yes, there is the paintings that now look like the paintings from the dream. And things are getting spookier, but we're getting into it. We're doing the mystery, and hopefully we can finally advance some of the things we've had open, like Mrs. Darcy's story. We also kind of know what to do with Mr. Dupre, but we still need to find the right people to talk to unlock those dialogues. So we're gonna dive even deeper next time. So let me know in the comments what you think of the developments so far. If you enjoy my content, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel, and I'll see you soon on another adventure.